Hi guys, I hope that you're all having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share my entire Gucci collection, which mostly consists of small leather goods and one handbag, but I wanted to talk a little bit about each of them, share the current price point, and also rank them from worst to best. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? All right, so let's begin with the worst. And this item is the worst because of my own doing, my own thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad piece by any means whatsoever, but it just didn't work out the way that I would have liked. And I am talking about the Ophidia GG Supreme Cosmetics case. So the one on the website is a little bit smaller than this one. This one I haven't been able to find online. I don't know if this size has since been discontinued, but when I first saw this, I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's very simple, but it's very, very Gucci. You have the webbing. And I immediately thought, you know what? I'm gonna turn this cosmetics case, this vanity, into a handbag. I'm gonna buy a chain. I'm gonna add a chain to this handle here. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fabulous. I'm gonna get so much use out of it. I was so wrong. So again, my own thing. It didn't work out the way that I would have liked. I haven't been able to successfully use this as a handbag. And really it's because I haven't found a chain that I really like with this top handle to work without it rubbing on this handle part. Not only that, it has the whole side zipper business. Lesson learned. You guys know how I feel about side zippers when it comes to handbags or vanities. They just don't work out. I find them to be very cumbersome. I find them to be I don't find them to be user-friendly by any means whatsoever. The fact that you have to stop, hold the bag or hold the item with both hands in order to open it up and then close it because you can't leave it open, all your stuff goes flying out. That's a major, no-no for me. But this zipper is also very, very tough. I have added wax to it. I've added that little paper thingy to it. You name it, I have tried it under the sun. And it is not a smooth zipper by any means whatsoever. And I can only imagine using this as a handbag. If it has this zipper, I'd be like, oh no, absolutely not. So it's not the smoothest zipper by any means whatsoever. It does have a, what's it called, a mirror up here, and then it is pretty spacious, but like I said, I haven't been able to use it as a handbag. I've mostly used this as a decorative piece on my vanity. I've also used it to store my lipsticks from time to time, but other than that, it pretty much just sits there, which again is such a bummer because it is absolutely beautiful. I think that the smaller one would work out a lot better, especially in the larger handbags. It would work kind of like I use my Nano Noe from Louis Vuitton. I love using it in the larger totes. I think it's fabulous. But this size, for me, not only doesn't work out inside of other bags, but it didn't work out the way that I thought. You know, it just goes to show sometimes no matter how much versatility you try to bring to an item, it just doesn't work. It sounds great in theory, but you know, the end result might not be what you think. You know, will end up how it will end up working out. And I've heard some people that have this that have turned this into a handbag, and they absolutely love it. And I think that's wonderful, but that just wasn't the case for me. So the Ophidia GG Supreme Cosmetics case, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. One of the worst purchases that I have ever made, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful. All right, now the next worst item might surprise some of you, but it is the Marmont flat card holder. This is in the pink leather with the silver hardware. I do believe that this color combination has since been discontinued, but it is one of the worst items for me because of how it has worn. So when I first got it, I would say it was probably that same weekend, I started to experience quite a bit of pop stitching, and I also had some peeling leather. And this is not the first Marmont card or flat card holder that I have purchased. I also purchased, before this one, I'd say probably a year before this one, I bought the red, the classic red with the antique gold hardware. I bought that one, same thing. I had so many issues with it. I returned it. They kind of gave me a hard time returning it too. I'm like, dude, I didn't even use it. It came this way. That's how, it was a return. It was clearly a return. But anyways, I thought I'd give it another shot. Same thing. horrible, horrible quality in my opinion. The fact that it had that peeling leather, has it on both corners in such a short amount of time. I mean, what are we saying, like a couple of days? I think is unacceptable. The pop stitching, and I have also doubled it up from time to time, and this back pocket has pretty much stretched out. So it's I don't know. I mean, I've heard a lot of great things when it comes to the Marmont leather. A lot of people rave about it. I mean, they say that it's very hard wearing. They haven't had any issues, and I think that's wonderful, but unfortunately that hasn't been the case for me. And, you know, it's one thing that I always talk about when it comes to luxury goods. If I'm going into a new brand, or if it's a brand that I haven't purchased in a long, long time, kind of like Gucci, I always recommend going for small leather goods first, just to get a feel for the brand, just to get a feel for the quality. And I'm so happy that this is one of those times that I didn't go for a small leather good like this first, because otherwise I wouldn't have any other Gucci pieces in my collection, just because of the bad experience that I had with the way that this is worn. I mean, the front looks pretty okay, and this back side, but the pop stitches throughout, not a fan. Do you guys hear Theo? He's in here again, and he's snoring up a storm. But the peeling leather, just, I'm very disappointed in the quality of these card cases, or these flat card holders. So definitely not a fan, and I don't see myself ever going for anything in that Marmont collection or another card holder either. All right, moving on to a piece that I absolutely love, and it's an item that I don't use as much as I did when I first got it, but I will still sing its praises, and that is the leather card case. This is in the fuchsia leather with the gold hardware. The fuchsia was a seasonal color. I actually had the Petite Marmont wallet on chain in this same color as well, but I have since sold it. But this card case is a little bit more expensive, but I also think that it is incredibly versatile. I love the size that it has because it's not too big, but it also fits it fits a larger wallet in here, no problem as far as the contents go, and then some. So very simple. It doesn't have any exterior pockets. It has a snap button closure, but I like the fact that you have this little pocket here for your larger bills, or for bills if you don't want to fold your bills, you know, multiple times or anything like that. You could put your cash right here, and then you have 1, 2, 3 credit card slots on this side. You have 2 credit card slots on this side. You have a slip pocket back here, and then you also have another little zip pocket here. So as I said, I've been able to fit my entire larger wallet contents in here, no problem. And sometimes I like to fit my key fob in here as well. So this makes it for a great grab and go. The leather on this is absolutely insane. I haven't had any issues with pop stitches. I haven't had any issues with color transfer or anything like that. But I love this little zipper here. I think it's amazing. But this quality, you know, when it comes to this leather card case is fantastic. I highly, highly recommend it. But this is awesome. Absolutely amazing. Very simple, but it's incredibly, incredibly effective. And I just love how much space you have in here for a leather card case. So huge, huge fan of that. I always like their seasonal colors too. I mean, I like their classics. They have the beige, the black, the red, but some of their seasonal colors are absolutely fantastic. All right, next up is the one handbag I have. That is the Ophidia denim tote. So this tote, I purchased it, what was it, last year. It has been in constant rotation. I love, love, love the denim. I know that it's available in canvas as well. But what I like about the denim is just the combination that it has with this leather. I think it's amazing, especially with the gold hardware. I love how spacious this tote is. Very, very comfortable. It does turn into a beautiful mess because of the denim, but I do have an organizer in there. But let me just take this out so I can show you guys. So inside you have one zippered pocket, one slip pocket, and it also has the magnetic closure. This magnet is very, very sturdy. You know how you have those magnetic closures that they open up at the drop of a hat? I don't find the same thing to happen with this one. It's very, very strong, And it's a really, really great bag. Like I said, very comfortable to use for extended periods of time, whether you're carrying a little bit more or a little bit less. And I mean, I can't say no. I can't say no to a large tote, you know? So I think it's fantastic. And I do get a lot of questions when it comes to the handles. Are they uncomfortable? Do they roll off of my shoulder? Definitely not. As I said before, you can use this bag for extended periods of time. It is very comfortable on your shoulder, and it doesn't, I don't have the biggest, or I don't have the largest shoulders, you know, on the planet. So sometimes I find it difficult with certain totes. They just end up rolling off constantly, and that drives me nuts. That is not the case with this one. It has a pretty good strap drop too, so it doesn't end up hitting right underneath my arm. So I mean, it's a great tote, and I love the fact that it does have the leather on the corners as well, because I think that has also added to how it has aged. I haven't had too many issues. I actually haven't had any issues with peeling leather or anything like that. And trust me when I tell you, I have used this bag quite a bit. I think it has a pretty good price point as well. I mean, it does have some leather parts, but it's mostly, you know, denim or cotton or what have you. But I think it's absolutely wonderful, and I don't think this is a bag that will disappoint. But I think that this is a bag that automatically ends up turning into a go-to or a favorite bag, just because of the ease and the comfort that it has. So huge fan of the Ophidia denim tote. All right, now we're getting into the major favorites. Next up is the Ophidia GG cosmetic case. I do believe that this has since been discontinued here in the United States. I could be wrong. It might have a different name. If it does, and I'll put it here. But this cosmetic case, when I first got it, or when it first came out, it was available in two different sizes, a larger size, and this is the smaller of the two. But I absolutely love this cosmetic case. I love the structure that it has, because I was able to fit, I think I want to say maybe 15 lipsticks plus my lotion and a few other bits and bobs in here, no problem. And I love the green interior that it has. But I love the structure because it's not very structured. It has a little bit more play to it. So if you were to fit it inside of your maybe medium handbags or larger handbags, you'd have no issues whatsoever, because it's not so stiff. So it really ends up molding with the products that you put in here very nicely. So I think it's great, but I love the size, I love the colors, and this has been holding up fabulously. And for as pliable as it is, you would think that it would fall apart. You think that you would have a ton of corner wear, that it would just have issues, but that has not been the case. I have put this through the ringer. I have used it to death, sometimes for months on end, weeks on end. You know, and you guys know I usually like to swap out my SLGs, but I will use it over and over and over and over again, and I have not had anything, literally nothing happen to the corners. I don't even see any like hairline scratches on the hardware either. It has just been wearing fabulously. And the reason why I think that they discontinued this is because they now have the Ophidia with the Gucci webbing cosmetics case. So I think that took the place of this one. You know, again, I could be wrong, but this little guy, it's small, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And especially when it comes to this little zipper here with the GG on there, I think it's amazing. So huge fan of this cosmetic case or cosmetic pouch, whatever you want to call it. It's wonderful. All right, next up is, I have quite a bit of Ophidia. That's pretty much the entire collection, really. I should have called it the Gucci Ophidia collection. But anywho, next up is the playing card set. So this guy has been one of the best purchases I have ever made, because technically it is a lifestyle item. So you won't find it under wallets, you won't find it under card holders or anything like that. You have to go to the lifestyle page of Gucci, and you'll find it there. So it does come with playing cards, and it's a very simple zipped little, you know, SLG. But when I saw it, I was like, this would be perfect to use as a wallet, kind of like the Chanel O-zipped coin purse. Those things go for like $750 now, I think, or $800. This, I believe, retails for, what was it, $320, $310. It might have gone up a little bit. I could be wrong, but it's perfect. So it's perfect to use as just an everyday wallet. Of course, you don't have any other little side pockets or anything like that. Someone asked if it's stained. It is not stained. It is actually, it's a little picture that you have within the lining, and the same kind of picture that you have in the lining you have on the exterior of the playing cards. But anywho, so with this, obviously it doesn't have any little side zippers or side pockets. So all of your wallet essentials are gonna be back to back. I can understand why someone wouldn't want this, because all of your stuff is together, and then you have to kind of go through all of your cards in order to get that one out, or your driver's license or what have you. I get that, but I love being able to have a larger size wallet, all the contents of a larger wallet, kind of like the leather card case, in something like this. And in my opinion, it is, I mean, it's such an inexpensive SLG for what you can use it for. So you can also use it as a wallet. I have also used it as a catch-all. I've been able to fit my key fob in here, a lipstick, headache medicine, my keys, my house keys, a hair tie, hair clips, and what else? What else did I fit in here? I don't know, but you can use it as a catch-all. You can use it as a wallet. I mean, you can use it for anything. I feel like the possibilities are endless when it comes to this. When it comes to this, and I think it's amazing. So if you are looking for a compact wallet that fits quite a bit, that doesn't break the bank, I cannot recommend this guy enough. I think it is wonderful. And again, it is not going to be in the wallet section, in the card holder section. Just look for it in the lifestyle section. And if you can't find it online, chances are you might be able to find it in the boutique. But highly, highly recommend this. All right, and that brings us to the best, and that would be the Ophidia key pouch. This little guy has knocked my socks off. I mean, I am a huge fan of the Louis Vuitton, key pouch. I think it's wonderful. It's my first piece. I've had it for 100 years. But this guy, I mean, I don't know if I'd go as far as saying it's better than the Louis Vuitton key pouch, but it might be. It might give it a run for its money, because it has a little bit more width. With a Louis Vuitton one, you can fit it inside of your smallest handbags, no problem. This is a little bit bulkier, but I love the size that this has. It has a zipper for added security. You have that little key ring or that key fob for your key, not key fob, the keychain for your keys. And in here, it's just an open compartment. And in here, kind of like the playing card set, the possibilities are endless in how you can incorporate this. You can use it as a wallet, as a catch-all, as a mini handbag. I mean, there are times that I just end up using this to grab and go. I put this on my belt loop and I'm out the door. I have my phone in my hand or in my back pocket. I have my keys, my key fob, my credit card, cash, coins, what have you, everything in here, no problem. And it has worn like a champ. I love it. I honestly, it's another item that I would say one of the best purchases I have ever made. I think it's fantastic. No issues with this trimming, no issues with the canvas, no pop stitches. I don't have any hairline scratches on the hardware here. It's just, it is amazing, and I have put this thing through the ringer. I really have. I mean, sometimes when you don't want to use a handbag, you don't want to use a wristlet, you just want something a little bit smaller that fits everything that you need to grab and go, this is absolutely perfect. I think it's amazing. Very, very spacious. So huge fan. And I highly, highly recommend this one as well. So the Ophidia key pouch. But that does it for my entire Gucci collection. Like I said before, it's not a very large collection. It's mostly SLGs and the one handbag. But Gucci has been one of the brands that I used to have them many, many moons ago. I didn't have the best success with the way that they were wearing. Plus they had terrible resale value. Because of how popular they have become over the years, a lot more of their items hold their resale value very, very well. Some SLGs I think are fabulous. Others just haven't really worked out the way that I would have liked, or they didn't have the best quality in my opinion. But there are a few Gucci bags that I definitely have my eye on. Nothing that's on the wish list per se, but I love the Jackie. I mean, I love their luggage pieces as well. There are so many great items on their website, and I don't think that they have insane price points either, considering what the items are. Whether it is a little bit of a larger bag, you're not paying, you know, $5,000-$6,000 for an all leather handbag. So I do think that some of the prices are pretty reasonable when it comes to luxury anyways, because they're still expensive, but I do think that they're a little bit more reasonable than other fashion houses out there. But Gucci Ophidia has definitely caught my attention. It has my heart. It absolutely has my heart. But what about you guys? Are you a fan of Gucci? Do you have any pieces from the fashion house? And if so, which ones do you have? Which ones do you love? Whatever the case may be, let us know in the comment section down below. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.